brought to you by IWCRadio.com. It's the internet's most irreverent wrestling podcast. Now, please welcome Beans, Smoot, Chucks, and Will. This is the IWC.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the IWC Radio Podcast. We really need to get Beans out of the intro, I feel, at this point, since we sold him off last week.
Yeah, sure.
It's me, Smoot, along with Chucks and Will, once again. Beans on assignment as a father, out in the field of work. Due diligence and all that. Getting us the hot scoops, if you will. Welcome. How you guys doing?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I can't complain.
Yeah.
Another week gone.
Yeah. It's,
Another just beginning.
Yeah, the sooner it hits springtime around here, the better.
Yeah.
tired of
I don't know if
this
you guys... I know you guys are pretty manly and everything, but if you've got any skincare tips for my hands, they dry out like crazy in winter.
Lotion. Hand lotion.
Yeah. Cheers. Nice one. Hoping for like a brand maybe, or something that actually works. Because I've got man hands. You've got man hands.
Okay.
Not just any lotion works, right? It's got to be like kind of lotion that a pro wrestler would use.
I mean, I have Gold Bond Ultimate. That's the kind of
because of
Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah.
Shaq.
Yeah. And that's stuff.
I don't know if we get that here.
That
I'm
stuff
not sure we can
works.
get home. Right.
No, I don't know we get that.
Yeah, I don't think we can get that here. I think it'd have to be like imported on Amazon or something.
Yeah, that's possible. I would say maybe Tesco might have it, but probably not.
That's good UK supermarket knowledge. Though.
Yeah. I mean, after 180 of these, you'd think I would know. So.
Yeah. I don't know how many times in the 180 episodes we've talked about Tesco. Obviously some.
A lot of them,
Obviously yeah.
Is that the only one you know?
Yes. It's the only one I do know, yeah.
Not a bad start, though.
Well, if you're going to know one, it's got to be Tesco.
Yeah. Slightly nervous about tomorrow. Chuck, you'll know what I mean there.
Not as nervous as I am. We never win.
I don't know.
You guys have got us too many times at Anfield. I'm not looking forward. Well, I mean, I am looking forward to it because it's going to be a big game, but I don't expect anything from it.
Yeah, but you're just ridiculous at the minute.
We're getting the results, but a few of the games over the Christmas, not that convincing. Mostly, I think, because of squad rotation and that we're not playing everyone all at the same time. So maybe that could be it. But yeah, not as confident as you probably would be in this situation.
I don't know, because we tend to not show up for the big games.
Well,
So,
yeah.
Got a history there, so.
You have a history of beating us at home, so I'm. Yeah, I guess we'll both lose then. No one's confident about this one.
Oh, soccer.
Soccer. How's American soccer going? Are we're getting closer to the Super Bowl now? Are it's the wild cards?
Yeah, well, we're in the divisional round now, and the Falcons and Eagles are playing, and I believe the Eagles are in the lead currently. And Ed, who's typically showing up in the chat for the most part, like a better part of these shows lately, he's a big Eagles fan, so he's probably on pins and needles watching the outcome of this in the fourth quarter. So
who have we got left as the divisional whatever? Does that mean we're down to 4?
Well, we're about to be. Yeah, we're gonna have like 4. Yeah, after this weekend. Oh hey.
Oh, so we're not at 4 yet.
He just showed up in the chat. He's like, "I'm right freaking here, damn it." It's true, yeah. also welcome. Hi.
Yeah, well done for showing up. If you big game one, we'd give you a buy for that one.
I see. So we're down to the 8 now. I get
Yeah.
yeah. I get. Right, New Orleans, Minnesota, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Jacksonville, Pittsburgh, Tennessee.
Yep.
Yeah, that means nothing to me.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, Patriots win a lot. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah. I give like the Titans like pretty much as close to a 0% chance of winning against them tomorrow or tonight. Yeah, it's tonight actually. Yeah, that's a humdinger of a match.
Who's that? The Patriots? I know them.
Yeah, they're facing
Yeah.
the Titans. Like I think they had like a game a few years back where the Patriots won like 65 to like nothing against the Titans. So I don't have many high hopes here.
One of the Titans that we watched last week in that really close, 22-21 over Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's because the Chiefs blew it. I don't necessarily think the
Seems
Titans
like
won it. The Chiefs kind of just blew it because they had like a 21-point lead, and they just let the Titans come back on them.
Yeah.
So
Maybe I'll stick a couple of quid on the Titans then.
well,
Probably
if
get
they
some
win,
good money for that.
if they win, I hope you get some ducats, I guess.
Duck
From what now?
Booker T over here.
Get some cash to pay for the Gold Bond Ultimate lotion that you're going to import from Amazon. There you go.
Other brands are available.
Only other brands are available. Okay, where are we? What are we doing here?
Well, we've got some news to talk about. Apparently, Paige having a recent neck injury at a house show against Sasha Banks. Apparently, they thought it was initially much more worse than expected, and it seems like her in-ring career is probably done. Most likely, certifiably done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is certainly. She's still only about 25, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Way too early
Really
to be
old,
retiring.
Yeah. It's got to be. If that is the case, that's a huge blow to probably what could have been an amazing career. Honestly.
Yeah. So a lot of years left.
And the people were speculating, well, not speculating, but comparing this to the similar injury that Edge had back in 2011.
Yeah, and Sting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar again.
Yeah.
And probably Steve Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Spinal stenosis, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
everyone else, Austin, Sting, Edge, those guys have had years of really rough matches.
Yeah.
Which seem to add up to this. Paige, really not so much. I know she had injuries recently that she's only just come back from, but it seems to be a bit out of nowhere, this one.
Yeah.
For it to be that bad.
Yeah, it absolutely just came out. It really came out of nowhere. Yeah, and it must be severe enough to just keep her out of the ring. It's quite a shame. But we'll see if maybe they can find something within the company for her to do so that she's still like around on TV and such, kind of like a Daniel Bryan role, if you will.
Yeah. I think she'd be pretty, not just on TV, she'd be pretty good working with the NXT guys.
Yeah,
that could be a thing.
She did do a little bit of that. She was involved in the reboot of Tough Enough, wasn't she?
That's true too. Yes.
Yeah. It'd be very cool if she could go the Corey Graves route and maybe get on commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, she do need more women on there.
Yeah.
And the timing of it's really awful as well. It's kind of like
that's I was I was going to say the same thing. I mean, there's never a good time, but
right.
she's just starting up this thing with the Absolution, and there was something planned for WrestleMania with that.
Oh, absolutely.
Whatever it was.
And hell, even the Rumble coming up.
Yeah. True.
That movie is due out soon as well, isn't it? About a family, the one The Rock's making.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, wonder if this gets included. They do a little rewrite and film a thing at the end.
Yeah. When's that due out? We got sometime soon, I think, isn't it?
And in the chat's asking, what would you do with Absolution at this point?
Yeah.
I'd keep it around for first and foremost. I don't know if you'd have a third call up to kind of replace Paige with to fill her spot, and Paige could just be like a manager or an advocate.
Yeah, I think that's what you'd have to do.
Yeah.
Short term, yeah, keep her around as a non-wrestler role. It's out in September, apparently. The film, September 14th.
Right.
Okay.
So they could
apparently written by Stephen Merchant. I had no idea.
Yeah,
it's actually a much bigger deal than I thought. Vince Vaughn is in there. Lena Headey's in there.
Yeah, I remember seeing Stephen Merchant on. I think he was on Graham Norton or something. He was talking about working with The Rock. The Rock just took the piss out of him quite a lot, apparently.
Yeah, but certainly, you keep it around, in my opinion. I wouldn't pull the plug on it or anything like that.
But would you maybe call someone else up at some point to join, make it three?
Yeah,
three-woman team again.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know who the third woman would be, but I absolutely find somebody to fill the spot with,
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, shame.
It is, yeah. Pretty much, you hate to see anybody get hurt, but that, I think, is one that just came out of nowhere. I don't think anybody was expecting.
No.
So, we'll see.
Just seen a picture of the Florence Pugh playing Paige. They actually nailed it. That was actually kind of quite impressive. They managed to. I was always wonder about these when you've got someone playing someone else, biopic. They never look quite right.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Let me throw something.
Actually, she's
on the stream here. Yeah,
good.
That's a pretty dead on. I almost said impression, but a pretty good resemblance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Ed saying, what sucks about the Paige injury is that I don't know if she'll be as impactful as a manager because she's only thought of as an in-ring talent, unlike Lana, who's an established manager turning wrestler. I mean, at least people know what... I almost said Lana. At least what people know that Paige can bring to the ring, and, she's grown up in the business of the sport. Whereas Lana is kind of like, a model trying to portray a Russian accent and, being the wife to Rusev. Which I still can't believe they're going to be a tag team in the mixed match challenge, but I hope they win it. I hope they win it. I think fans can be accepting to it just because, she's still going to be around. And if the fans understand that, she's going to be sidelined permanently with an injury, I think they'll, give her the benefit of the doubt.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. I get the point, though. She's not known for her promo. She's not terrible, but if that's all she can do now, I don't know if it's going to be as impactful as Absolution has been so far. Also, you kind of, with managers, especially heel managers, they tend to build up to a bump sooner or later. Paul Heyman, once a year, twice a year, maybe he'll take a move. If Paige can't do that, then, as well, like Ed said, impactful. Is she going to be impactful?
Right. No, that's a very valid point. Ed says I'd rather put Paige backstage as an agent for women's matches. There's a lot she can offer for a talent. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that's kind of why I'm thinking maybe commentary if she can.
She can just
she could learn that.
tell new talent that this is their house now, or something like that. Psych them
Yeah.
up. So,
Yes, similar story.
yeah, go for it.
I don't know if you heard, but it looks like Mark Henry is very quietly retired too, or at least I think the phrasing is he's being thought of as being retired. Yeah, he hasn't wrestled at all since WrestleMania, since the Battle Royal, and I think about this time last year he pretty much said, "What was that Big Show?" Said, "I've got about a year left."
Yeah,
as he's another one who's with injury right now. So yeah, it looks like some of the old timey giants are fading out.
Do you think maybe we'll see Mark Henry at the 25th anniversary of Raw next week?
To do his retirement speech again.
If he does the whole setup again. Would it be,
wears the same pink jacket.
Wears the same jacket, yeah. Would it be against Cena? And I'd just be like, I got a lot left, more in the tank.
What if he could do it again? If it was Cena's, no, I'm not going to do that. Come on. You stay in the ring. How could I do that again? And then does it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome.
It says, I got a lot of years left. I'd be all for it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then he challenges Cena to a match at WrestleMania or something. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. I'd be for it if he pulls off the same stunt, same jacket, same setup, same shtick.
Exactly the same thing. Yeah.
Catches Cena off guard. Yeah. I mean, it's to be expected. We haven't seen him, like you said, since WrestleMania. And again, Big Show I think is kind of petering along the same way. Yeah, maybe we'll see him in the Rumble if they need spots to fill and they can't get certain people to be a surprise entrance. Maybe they can make an appearance or two.
Well, I was just looking that up actually. Who's been announced for the Rumble and who could still be announced?
Yeah.
From the current rosters. We have, I think, 13 spots to fill. Yeah, on the women's. Well, 14 now, I guess, if Paige is out.
Yeah.
And only 6 on the WWE.com roster page to fill in. Alexa and Charlotte, obviously champions, so maybe they won't be in. And then the Bellas, so we're not sure about them either. Then there's Alicia and Dana, who are most likely. So we got a lot of extra, maybe call-ups from NXT or surprise entrants on that side.
Yeah.
On the men's, we have a lot more, I think. I think it's 19 spots open. And, well, a fairly big list. Not many big names, though. Apollo Crews, Big E, all of New Day. Colognes. I don't think Mike Kanellis is going to be in it. Connor and Victor, Gallows, Anderson, Heath Slater, Harper and Rowan, yeah. Dolph Ziggler, maybe. Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, Kurt Hawkins, maybe Chris Jericho, if we're lucky. Sin Cara, no. The Singh brothers. Miz is very possible. Triple H could be.
Yeah.
I'd say Dillinger, Taylor Breeze, Fandango. Undertaker, possible. Zack Ryder. And that's assuming, of course, that people don't pull double duty. You don't see, Kane in there twice.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of big names in the other matches, in the title matches.
Yeah.
We've got, I'm guessing, Bobby Roode and Jinder Mahal in the US title match. It may not be, but that looks most likely. We've got Seth Rollins, Cesaro, Sheamus, obviously Jason Jordan in the tags, AJ Owens, Sami Zayn, Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar, and Kane, all out of the Rumble. Potentially out of the Rumble.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I think both matches are going to be fairly heavy. That's my prediction, at least, on surprise entrance. Or we'll just be very disappointed.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that WWE's let the crowd down for a Rumble.
Is it Philadelphia, too?
Yeah.
They're
I
back
believe
in
it is.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And Reigns has to be one of the favorites too.
Don't say that.
They could do it.
They could.
And imagine if it comes down to him and Rusev again as well. How over Rusev is right now.
Yeah.
Uh.
Oh man. There's only so many of those spots you can do before the crowd, realizes and then just shits on your main event for WrestleMania again.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think having Reigns winning would be. I mean, it's just a stupid thing to do right now.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't work.
No.
If
No one wants to see that.
if Miz beats him for the title on Raw next week or week after, then I think our fears are coming true.
God.
I can't see him winning the Rumble and still being Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's a very that's a good point too. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys. I'm thinking the favorites have to be, if we're looking at most likely title matches, Reigns or Nakamura.
Yeah.
Unless something, drastic happens.
Strowman.
Strowman. You think Strowman's going to be in it again, and then
I think Strowman can win it.
Strowman Lesnar?
Yeah.
You don't think Reigns has got Lesnar?
Damn it. You keep bringing that up, and I'm like, fuck.
They've been building it for about 3 years.
Yeah. I guess they could probably do that. Which means
that's one of the most likely things.
Yeah, which means that Strowman's probably going to lose the triple threat.
Yeah,
I'm
going with Lesnar over Kane.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what gets booked where. Like, if it's like Women's Rumble, Triple Threat, and then the Men's Rumble. Because it has to be that. And then whoever...
Well, unless they open and close with Rumbles.
Yeah, I can see them starting with the Women's.
Yeah.
True.
Because, sitting through 2 Rumbles that close together is going to be...
Yeah.
That's asking a lot.
Yeah. So have it bookmarked in between the start and finish of the show. But then...
Yeah.
Where would you put the triple threat? Because the way I see
towards the end.
Yeah, towards the end, obviously. But, like, would you have it as the closing thing to the show? Or, surely it's got to be the Rumble match itself.
I would have the Rumble main event, yeah, and then the triple threat just before.
Yeah, Rumble's got to be the main event. I'm not going to make that mistake again.
So, potentially the loser of the triple threat match could actually show up in the Rumble itself. Yeah,
of course. And the same goes with Styles, Owens, and Zayn. There's no reason why not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Strowman could theoretically lose the triple threat and still win the Rumble if he somehow entered in that and have a one-on-one match with Lesnar at WrestleMania that isn't Roman Reigns.
I would buy that. I would much prefer to see that, but I don't.
Definitely.
I can't put any money on it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'd rather see Lesnar Strowman than Lesnar Reigns.
There is another little twister to everything, which is apparently there's been a bit of a leak about the Fastlane main event. I don't know if you guys seen that one. I think it was the arena advertising or something along those lines. You know how it does, posters get out and that kind of thing.
Yeah, was this quickly debunked though, with whatever it is you're about to bring up?
Possibly, maybe. I haven't heard that, but it's possible. What I'd heard is that apparently AJ is defending against Owens, Zayn, Nakamura, and Randy Orton. And you're saying, is that what you'd heard has been?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
If that's not happening, then that kind of clears things up a little bit. Yeah, I was going to say, if Nakamura is the favourite to win the Rumble, then really he shouldn't be in that title match, or you would expect him not to be.
Yeah.
I still think there's a good chance though that AJ Nakamura, that match happens, but the title isn't
on
involved. That he loses it at Fastlane to, I don't know, maybe Randy Orton or something, and then we have Orton and Rusev or Orton and Owens or something else for the title.
Are they doing Elimination Chamber this year?
Yes, I believe. Let me look that up.
No. They were considering as well.
I think that would be Raw side though, wouldn't it?
Was it SmackDown last year? Wasn't it?
Yes, February 25th, 2018, at the T-Mobile Arena in Nevada, Paradise, Nevada.
And that is and that's the Raw side.
Yes, yes. And then March 11th is Fastlane, Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio, and then you have WrestleMania 34.
Yeah.
In Nolens.
Interesting.
It is. Yeah, a lot of things can happen. Have you got any bold predictions to throw out there, especially on the SmackDown side? I think that's the one where it seems a lot more kind of open as to what they could do.
No, I said months ago, I think it's going to be AJ Nakamura.
Yeah. I hope you're right.
It's pretty much
that's the kind of.
It's pretty much the strongest.
That's the no swerve option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than having Shane McMahon being the Shane McMahon. Versus...
How about Shane McMahon?
Yeah.
Winning the Rumble.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. Can we not? Can we not have that?
Just as long as Lesnar's not going against Reigns, that's my big thing.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, I think I've got some bad news for you.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Anyone but Reigns. Just stick Lesnar on his own for half an hour.
And the chat says Shane McMahon wins the men's rumble, Stephanie wins the women's rumble.
And Stephanie winning the women's rumble. Not like I can't say I see it happening or anything, but
it's not
why not at this point?
It's not out of the cards.
I just think that's clearly what they want to do.
Yeah.
So just do it.
I think it's a good show for entering, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Also, congrats, Ed. The Eagles are advancing in the playoffs. So.
They're the ones in green.
Yeah, the green ones. Yes.
He's got a thing on his head.
Yeah. That was a poorly played football game from start to finish, in my opinion. But yeah, congrats, Ed. Let's see. Should we? Moving on from the Rumble, should we talk about stuff that happened within the week here with some other news stuff?
Yeah.
Any news stories that you've wanted to discuss? Anything at all?
Anything at all? Well, there was the news come out today that Gabe Sapolsky has officially joined WWE. I think he's been kind of working with them for a little while now, but
yeah,
officially it's been announced today. He is a creative consultant, which I think is WWE speak for agent.
Yeah, pretty much. Which, hey, more power to him, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I shook his hand coming outside of his show one. I claim to fame.
Hi, Gabe. I shook your hand once.
Might tweet that to him.
And he's just going to reply back, I don't know who you are.
Who is this?
Yeah, who is this?
Stop bothering me. No, I think it's a good acquisition.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Clearly knows what he's talking about. So, good for him.
Yeah. Apparently, Alicia Fox has signed a new 3-year deal. Been around 10 years and no sign of slowing down.
Just 10 years? Wow.
Yeah.
Where's the time
Yeah,
go?
she started when she was about 20 as Edge and Vicky's wedding planner.
Oh yeah.
And then was a disco dancer with DJ Gabriel.
Oh yeah. Whatever happened to him?
I don't know. Was he like Steve Lewington or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, name rings a bell, yeah.
That's right. Because he showed up on an episode of Carlitos Cabana when SmackDown was in the UK in about 2005, I think. He showed up as like the typical English hero to combat Kurt Angle and his pro-American ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, she released in 2010, and seems to have stopped wrestling after that. So.
Apparently, Austin Aries is back in Impact Wrestling, and spoiler alert, he won the TNA World Heavyweight Championship from Eli Drake.
That's crazy.
Taping. Yeah. Also, Impact's gone back down to 4 ring posts instead of the 6-sided ring, and apparently some talents are speculated to leave the company.
More?
Yeah, Chris Adonis, who used to be Chris Masters in WWE,
Chris Masters.
publicly announced that he's leaving the company.
Wow.
ProWrestling.net is reporting that EC3 is expecting to be finishing up with the company once the current tapings have finished. Other names to be on the watch for are Bobby Lashley, Eddie Edwards, and Laurel Van Ness. So.
Yeah, there's talk about especially Lashley and EC3 coming back to WWE. I mean, it's just rumors and kind of people asking the question at the moment, but could happen.
I mean, it'd be great if EC3 came back with his current, his current gimmick that he's got going in WWE.
As Dixie Carter's nephew.
Yeah, it'd be great, but I don't think.
Well, I guess she's available to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she was on the WWE Network that one time.
She was.
That one time, so I mean, it's not out of the question. Not out of the question, but it'd be great to have him back in the company. But I don't know if he would be. I don't think the company would see him as like a main event contender.
No, same as Fandango. Those two came up together and totally wasted, and much better than their push.
Mm.
So.
In other Impact Wrestling news, they
it's still in business.
It's still in business, and not only that, they're running a mini golf tournament.
Oh my god! No, you need to play the music anymore. I just gotta show the graphic there. Yeah, they're still in business. Absolutely. And yeah, I kind of heard about the mini golf thing. I wasn't sure if we should have mentioned it on the show or not, but yeah, Impact has their. Oh my god! What are they doing? They have their their own pizza flavor, and now they're trying to do mini golf.
If you buy the VIP package for the next set of tapings, you get to play mini golf with Impact Wrestling stars.
I mean, if there's anybody left.
Yeah.
At this point.
If WWE did a mini golf tournament, you know who would win though, right? Xavier Woods.
Oh God. Really?
They do a golf thing, don't they? Around Mania time for charity.
Do they?
I'm sure I've seen something to do with them playing golf around about Mania time. But it's proper golf, not mini golf.
Yeah.
Better than that.
I love mini golf.
When you're more likely to use a wood.
Yeah.
Like Xavier Woods probably be terrible at mini golf. Overhit everything.
I don't know about that.
Need more of a putter. Unfortunately, no, I don't think there's any wrestlers with the surname Putt.
No. Yeah, the WrestleMania Pro-Am golf tournament. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It is indeed a thing. I can't believe it that it's a thing, but it is indeed a thing.
Mike Tyson played in it once.
Okay.
Sorry.
Iron Mike.
Mike.
There you go.
There you go.
Golf joke.
Let's see here. God.
Maybe Chelsea Green.
Oh yeah, Chelsea Green.
Yeah, Green.
Booker T.
Oh my god, it took me way too long to realize what the pun was. Oh.
And Dolph Ziggler, the caddy.
Okay.
What was his name? Chavo's other character.
Kerwin White.
Kerwin White. Yeah. He was a
golfer. Yeah.
With Dolph Ziggler as his caddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Anyway, let's get off the mini golf here. I'm not seeing many other.
Well, of course.
I'm not seeing any other headlines.
Let's get a fair way away from this.
Oh my god. It's been recently announced that Eric Bischoff and Mean Gene Okerlund are the latest people to be joining the Raw 25 in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks' time. Which apparently there was speculation that there was going to be some event that Stephanie and Triple H were at. It made it seem like Raw 25 was going to be 5 hours long. Which apparently was quickly debunked, that it's supposed to be like 3 in the not the Bradley Center, was it the Barclays Center, and the Manhattan Center as well. So there's supposed to be like 3 hours in one area and 2 hours in another, or something like that. It was very odd. I wouldn't be surprised if they do like a 5-hour event for this shindig, but I think it's kind of overkill. Let alone trying to sit through 3.
Yeah,
I think we'll know for sure this Monday if they make like a super mega announcement about it.
I wonder if the 4 horsemen will show up.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors about at least Ronda showing up.
You didn't get that, did you?
What?
4.
Oh, 4! Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. 4. Wow, that was... you made like an actual point. That made a good point. They might be there.
Inadvertent good point.
Accidentally trying to crowbar your pun in there. You actually ended up making it.
Oh my god.
Excellent. The swagger soaring eagle would be good at golf.
Okay, that's just Chavo Guerrero.
Yeah. So well, then he was good at golf. And he had a little stick horse for a while, so he's also a horseman. So we've come full circle.
We have.
Yeah.
Raw. Did you guys watch Raw at all? Get away from the.
I did. I can't remember anything from it, but I did.
The major talking point had to be, Brock Lesnar coming back with the response. Some people weren't a fan of Heyman's promo, apparently. From what I saw on Twitter, they weren't exactly keen on anything that he had to say that night. But apparently, that might have been done. I speculate that it might have been done by design for the fact that Braun Strowman kind of dumped a whole bunch of lighting rigs on top of Lesnar and Kane backstage.
Yeah, so, both of them seem to be fine.
Yeah, considering that the rigging didn't actually land on him, like there was like a stopping point.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Didn't think it was done as good as they could have done it.
Yeah. But, it was a hell of a spot, though.
Yeah, but
it's cool. I love it when they do stuff like that, stuff that's different.
Yeah.
I don't know why there was like just a freestanding scaffold there
What was it for?
backstage. And
Why
yeah,
was it
it's
a
a little
grapple
convenient
hook
that
in
it
the
stopped short of the floor.
Yeah.
A lot of shaky cameras and stuff. That was all nice.
Yeah.
What was I did like Heyman's reaction to it, and the way they kind of played it after it had happened, getting him into the ambulance and that. He was great, just dropping the character and I'm sorry. You know, that was cool. But I mean, it's impossible. I say I like it when they do this stuff. I also find it kind of hokey. But I don't know that there's a realistic way to do something so over the top. I'm not really sure I'd ever be happy.
I don't know. If it wasn't Braun Strowman doing it, I could definitely see the hokiness in it. But like, I could legitimately believe that a mountain man like Braun Strowman is an expert in grappling hooks, and how he was able to just wing that thing up there on the first try.
Yeah.
To yoink it down.
He knew exactly where to look to find it as well.
Yeah.
Why was it even in there? What was it for?
Yeah,
the WWE Road Crew?
Why is there a grappling hook backstage, just in a box?
The lighting guys must just free climb up. You know, just chuck the hook up there and.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
Yeah. I like the idea. I just didn't like how it was done. It was a bit.
Yeah. How about Strowman just winging Lesnar into like the equipment crate that fell on top of him?
Yeah.
That was pretty
nice. Good. Let's see here. What else do we got? Right now it's got like a headline on the WWE.com page called "Can the Empress of Tomorrow conquer the irresistible force?" Which I think that moniker was already used by somebody else. Let's see. The Miz and the Miz Taraj send painful message to Roman Reigns. So I think.
Did anyone find this whole Balor Club thing rather cringy?
A little bit, but I'm
really.
okay with it.
Yeah. I'm all right with it for the most part. I do think that they should drop the whole nerds thing when trying to talk down other people.
It's when like on Raw, you had Corey Graves was trying to talk about the history and about being in Japan and stuff like that. And the show wanted to use the word Bullet Club, but they can't.
Yeah.
I think it all falls down there because they can't use the right name.
Yeah, that I don't like about it is true. Even when it was the club, when it was AJ, that was
not bad.
I mean, it's not great, but yeah. But the Balor Club is back together. They were never together in the first. Balor Club's not a thing.
Yeah.
But the fans were supposed to. I do like that. It's at least made Finn Balor a lot more, not relevant, but like he's doing something now.
Yeah.
He's
doing something. Well, he's not just an ordinary guy anymore who does extraordinary things.
Yeah.
But it's also, I don't know if he's going heel, but if he does, if that's where this is going, then he's pretty much the top heel by default right now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's him, and then there's Miz right in there.
I'd say Miz would probably be the next one.
Unless I don't know what you consider Braun Strowman to be, but it's just too damn likable. So at least as a week to week, excluding Brock Lesnar, it's made him, it's kind of promoted him up the card, I think, which is great.
Mm.
I kind of I have to agree. I'm sitting here racking my brain of like who the top heels are, and I think after Miz it would probably be Enzo.
Well, yeah, but he's not even on the show.
Yeah, I mean that's cruiserweight territory.
There's the Bar. There's
true. I would probably I would put Enzo above the Bar, in my opinion, if we're ranking heels here. Yeah.
But heels who are likely to actually main event a show. Like if you're looking at future opponents for Roman Reigns once he's done with Brock Lesnar, There's Samoa Joe, I guess.
Who's currently injured and on the shelf.
Is currently injured.
Yeah.
There's maybe Braun Strowman if they go heel with him, but then I don't see Enzo being that guy. Miz, it looks like they're really keeping Miz in the mid card. He's all about that IC belt right now.
True.
So it could be it's a big opportunity for Balor anyway.
Speaking of the Bar, they lost to Titus Worldwide this past Monday. Yeah, a surprise win for them, and celebrating with the statistician Dana Brooke on the stage there. So I thought that was kind of out of the blue. Maybe it's gonna lead to them having a title match at Royal Rumble, or maybe Raw 25, where they win the tag team championships from the Bar. I guess perhaps maybe something to keep an eye on.
Well, we've got the Bar and Shield version 3.
Oh right, I forgot. No, never mind.
Booked for the Rumble.
Right, I forgot.
I mean that could change.
Yeah,
maybe they want to put Titus Worldwide in there instead.
I forgot the Jason Jordan bullshit and Seth Rollins title. God damn it! I completely spaced on that. You're right. Should we even talk about that? Like, what is Jason Jordan supposed to just be like a Dean Ambrose fill-in for the Shield at this point?
Kinda. I mean, that is what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I think they're making him the annoying heel, who's kind of hanging around and a bit of a nerd.
He's probably the third top heel on the card, on the roster for Raw.
Really? You think?
Jason Jordan, yeah.
I guess. Yes. We got Balor, Miz, and then Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
Oof.
And then maybe Enzo after that. I could see that.
God. That's bad, isn't it? And then above them all, there's Triple H. We forget about that. Triple H is obviously the top heel, really.
True. But he took out Jason Jordan, so I mean, how bad of a guy can he be?
Very bad guy. He took Jason Jordan out when Jordan was a face. So
yeah,
he's still
though. I mean,
still top guy doing top guy stuff.
True. Let's see here. What other news and notes from Raw? Nia Jax, right, attacked Asuka. We briefly mentioned about that. Looking forward to that match this upcoming Monday. The Miz, again, going to face Reigns for the Intercontinental title. I think that's definitely going to be a telling factor for the Rumble if Miz wins back the Intercontinental Championship, which I think he will. If they're going to go with Reigns and Lesnar at the WrestleMania in New Orleans this year, I think you guys are right on that. Oh yeah, speaking of Enzo, he got messed up in this match with Cedric Alexander. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, he got bloodied and something with his ankle.
Yeah. See, I thought the ankle thing was just their way out of the match. I thought that was supposed to be the finish, but then he was all busted up too.
Yeah, that's crazy. And this is also him coming off of the flu as well. So he's had a pretty rough couple of weeks here. Yeah.
That starts of the year.
So I haven't seen anything about it, so I assume he's okay.
Again, I'm I'd say I'm fairly sure that it was just that was the planned finish. They've rebooked it for the Rumble, that title match.
Okay.
So it looks like that was just setting up for the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Because he grabbed at his ankle and was like, oh god, not now, not now, no. And a bunch of expletives after that.
Which is a great sell.
It is. It is. Moving over to SmackDown.
Actually, before we do,
go ahead.
because Roman Reigns is a Raw guy,
sure.
not about Raw, but there is apparently a guy. Let's find the story here.
Who's that guy?
There is a guy who is apparently in jail right now. Did an interview. He is Iron Addicts Gym. Is that a thing? Anyway, the owner of Iron Addicts Gym says he sold steroids to Roman Reigns
Okay.
in an interview that he's done from jail. He's mentioned a load of celebrities who he sold.
Didn't Reigns get popped for like 30 days?
He did, yeah.
Yes, he did.
There you go.
He did. So it may not be a huge mystery what happened there.
Mystery solved.
Yeah. There you go. Turns out Roman Reigns may have done some steroids. Shocker, eh?
Shocker. Right?
Anyone-
For a wrestler
Yeah.
does steroids.
Did anyone catch the straight to the source after Raw with the end of?
Yes. Yeah, I
That was
did.
pretty good. I enjoyed that. Pretty good.
It didn't feel like as much of a shoot as I was hoping it was, but it was still really good and entertaining.
Yeah, it's about as close to a shoot as you're gonna get with WWE. But
Yeah.
yeah. That was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Was that a new network thing?
Yeah, Corey Graves just interviews a star about stuff you wouldn't really normally get asked. He was
Okay.
mentioning internet rumors and stuff, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, you're right. WWE, especially on the network, and that wouldn't do 100% shoot ever. But also, Enzo may not be the best guy if you want that kind of candid answer kind of promo.
He seemed to be.
He seems to be in character the whole time.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
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 He did ask him that. He said, "Is there an off switch?"
Yeah.
Because he seemed to be always
In
on it,
character,
didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one with Reigns. I've not seen that one yet. But
Yeah, maybe that will be a bit more
yeah.
normal.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to more of those straight to the sources episodes. There's
Yeah.
also a what was it, photo room or whatever it's called, where they get like people to sit down and watch some of their matches and give like insight as to like stuff behind the scenes that led up to it.
Oh, right, I've not seen that one.
Yeah, they had one with the Big Show where he basically said that his match with Floyd Mayweather was supposed to be a tag team match, where it was supposed to be, I think, him and Batista versus Floyd and Ray, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Was it Batista?
Yeah. I think it was.
Oscar De La Hoya being involved with that?
Maybe.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Who knows?
Yeah.
SmackDown was kind of uneventful. The main event was a 3-on-2 handicap match that Shane McMahon kind of just did out of the blue, seemingly. The match kept being restarted after Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were finding ways to weasel out of the match, and I don't remember how it finished, honestly. I do know that the main taking away point from this was that Randy Orton didn't break one of the flat screen monitors when he did the backdrop on the announce table with one of them. That's all I remember. That's all I remember from that. What else was there? They had Mojo versus Zack Ryder for the United States Tag Tournament, where Mojo advances, unshockingly enough. Let's see here. Styles retaliated with pelting KO with a chair and attack. Blah 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 blah. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'm quickly reading through it. There was also Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable demanding justice for the week prior with the crazy referee coming down and being like, "Hey, you screwed up" and whatnot. And apparently, this is led into a 2 out of 3 falls match between Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin and the Usos at the Royal Rumble for the tag titles, which should be something to look forward to, I feel.
Yep.
Yep. With the
Yep.
movement. Yep.
The Yep movement. Yep.
Becky Lynch.
I don't know that that's justice. Referees make a bad decision, so you have a match where the referees make more decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about two
I
referees?
don't know if that's justice.
How about two referees?
Yeah, right. It's not going to confuse things at all. Just clear things up, obviously, having two referees.
Yep.
Yep.
What else here? Becky Lynch came back after her being away from filming the Marine 6, which I can't believe there's still 6 of those movies. And she beat Ruby Riott with the Disarmer. I think. What else? Oh, the Bludgeon Brothers, right. They defeated the Ascension. Again, unshockingly enough. So, that's great. So I think that was pretty much SmackDown in a nutshell. I still can't believe they put Fashion Files as like an online exclusive.
Yeah.
It's not something that should be online only. It should be part of the show. So I think next week, or this upcoming Tuesday, it's going to be Jinder Mahal and Xavier Woods in the United States tournament. Xavier kind of made fun of the whole TV watching from a side angle on Twitter.
Did he?
Yeah, he did, yeah. He's like, this is how you're supposed to do it without, hurting your eyesight or something like that. So. I think that's just about it. We kind of just ran through the shows there. We pretty much picked out the news stories, and unless you guys have something to add.
No.
No, I think we got it all. Next week's going to be the big one with
It is
Rumble coming up.
Raw 25 and
Raw 25.
It's going to be a heck of a show. So hopefully we'll see what happens that will unfold this upcoming Monday and Tuesday for that. Yeah. So I think that's going to be it for us. We'll be back here hopefully next week, bringing you all the latest stories that unfolded. Yeah, I'm Smoot. That was Chucks and Will. Hopefully we'll have Beans on here sooner rather than later at some point. And until then, have a great weekend, everybody, and we will see you guys next week. Take care. IWCRadio.com, IWC Radio on iTunes and on YouTube. Give us a like, subscribe, and all that. Take care.